Jake Fernandez, AJ Polyev, Ben Gross,
Yep.
Song K,
Yep.
and Jacob P.
So here we are at today's estate sale. It ended up being a pretty crazy one. I got some awesome stuff out of this house, but before we jump into showing you what I got, I want to quickly apologize. My hoodie strings are dangling in front of the camera at the beginning of the video. I know it's annoying, but I fixed it as soon as I noticed.
I don't see prices on that. Power Rangers Morpher. Halo. Definitely grabbing Halo. Got 75 on the Game Boy, I'll pass on that. 110 for Power Ranger. Down here on the games.
Now, something you'll definitely notice about the sale is that the prices were all over the place. There were some that were really high, like 75 on that Game Boy, 110 on that Power Ranger sword, but some of the prices were extremely good, like on these games. I ended up getting all of them for like $5 a piece.
Super Mario, NBA Court, Banjo-Kazooie, Star Fox. It's weird they got the game or the controller priced individually.
And in the end, I essentially ended up buying every single game and accessory that was available inside this bin that didn't have a price on it. Here's what I got. We've got Super Smash Bros., F-Zero X, Mario Tennis, All-Star Baseball 2001, NBA Hang Time, In the Zone 98, 007 GoldenEye, great game, South Park, a nice little Game Shark, Super Mario 64 with the manual, NBA Courtside also with the manual, Star Fox 64, Banjo-Kazooie, a Game Boy Transfer Pack, the Hey You Pikachu microphone, which actually completes my box version of this, so this is staying with me, an expansion pack, and the last thing I ended up grabbing from this bin was this Glacier Game Boy Advance that had Super Mario Land in the back.
How much they got on that Pikachu? 185?
Yeah.
It's a little high. That's a cool one though.
You like that.
Oh look, there's Banjo-Kazooie on the ground. Oh, I see a Chonkachu. Grab him too.
Now, as you can see, there was a ton of plush piled up right here in the corner. I decided to just grab the few that I was seeing right there on top and then come back to it later. It didn't seem like many people were interested in them, and there was other things in the photos that I wanted to grab first.
Mr. Popo, how much they got on him? 10 bucks. 2008. I'll grab him for 10. I like Mr. Popo. 185 on the Pikachu. That's unfortunate. That's a really cool one. New in the box. Surfing Pikachu 45. Squeeze it next to you here. Look, these are the best.
Now, this bin right here is one of those things in the photos that definitely caught my eye, and I figured other resellers may not have gravitated towards it because the items inside are kind of slept on. These flashlights and flashlight chargers here are actually worth pretty good money. These gray ones go for about 40 bucks a piece. This flashlight set right here has already sold for me for $80, and the last high-end flashlight right here that I grabbed was this Phoenix, which could be like an $80 flashlight. There haven't been any listed lately, but I did see Terrapeak solds around that price.
Let's check out the upstairs real quick.
Oh, those are on hold? Yeah.
Here's some more games. So you got 100 on the Reach Xbox, 250 for all of it. Halo Trilogy, grab that.
Now, as you're seeing here, there was a bunch more video game stuff up here in this bedroom, which is 100% up my alley. Unfortunately, though, they were priced up a little bit too high, and I was not interested in the consoles for those prices, and none of the games really were standing out to me.
Oh, that's a cool one, PlayStation.
The PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah. There's some decent vintage.
Some good tees, yeah, some good shirts.
Good, good. I wasn't sure if there would be just because they didn't photograph much of the clothing stuff.
Clothes, yeah.
I came for the other stuff today.
A little hit or miss.
Yeah. But good shit, man. Yeah, I got what I came for, so I'm good.
Yeah, what was that?
There's specific games that I wanted. Yeah.
I see.
Oh, Goosebumps. Ah, snag that one. Sucker for Goosebumps. I'm gonna make a pile over here, start my second bag. I just throw it right under here?
How about right here?
Okay, that works.
Actually.
Perfect.
Oh, was he from the mountain of plushies?
Yeah, he was. There's two of them in there. I grabbed them while I walked past. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as you just saw, I dropped off my first bag up front in the holding area with the staff. I know some people are weird about leaving your stuff up front with the staff, but I've never had a problem with people stealing or going through my stuff, and I've done this at hundreds of estate sales. But the next room I went into was this dining room right here, and it ended up being filled with a bunch of boxes and totes that had accessories and phone cords, and I found this escort scanner and some other pretty cool stuff, hard drives, ink. I'll pop comps up of all this stuff up there. The footage isn't that great because I'm like bent over these bins, so you can't really see what I'm doing, but I did do pretty decent inside this room.
Is Fred claimed?
I don't do this kind of.
I didn't know if you just tossed him over here while you were doing the file. Okay,
no,
okay.
And even if I had seen him, I probably would have left him. I do digital.
I think these are
Are you
American
trying
Girl.
to ask me if you'd like a discount to fix it?
Camera repairs aren't cheap. But,
Okay.
Oh, I see Cartman back there. That's a giant tower of plush. Grab Cartman too. Oh, Timmy. I'll come back and dig through that in a little bit. That right there, there's a nice Pendleton. It's brand new. Board shirt. All right, you wanna grab that yet? How much are these? Tops and bottoms, $5. Nice. Definitely take that. It's a Scotty vest jacket. Nice. Grab that too. It's a great brand.
And after I filled up my second bag here with some clothing from this bedroom, I realized I wasn't seeing some of the people that I entered the house with, so I figured there might be a basement here, and wouldn't you know it, the entrance is right by the front door, so I missed out on an entire basement this whole time. And it turns out that the basement was where most of the high-end electronics were, and there's some pretty cool stuff down here.
I'm just on the NES. Oh, 150 on the NES.
Now, unfortunately, they did have the music playing pretty loud down here, so I'm going to have to voice over this part so I don't get a copyright strike, but I did pick up quite a few things from down here. I got some laser discs from my personal collection. I didn't buy any to resale. I got a few other little odds and ends out of these bins, like this My First Sony cassette player. That's a pretty good one. I got some sealed DVDs that I'm sending into Amazon, but my favorite thing from down in the basement was this right here.
Spartans back there, 45. They're all $45 a piece. I feel like that's not too bad. I'm gonna pass. Chef 15 though. South Park. That's probably a good deal. Grab that. What's this? Sealed Sony. It's brand new in the box.
But anyways, after I finished up down here in the basement, I made my way back upstairs and decided to dive into that giant tower of plush. I knew that there was going to be stuff in here that I wanted to grab, so I did spend a bit of time going through it, and I ended up walking away with an entire bag filled with plush. I probably got about 30 of them or so. However, while I was digging through all this, my camera did end up dying, so I'm going to jump over to the live section to show you what else I picked up. Okay guys, so it's been about a week since that estate sale, and I have already sold a bunch of the stuff that I ended up grabbing, but real quick, I want to take you through this big bag of plush that I got. Again, like 10 of these have already sold, and I'll show you those sold comps, but I also want to show you some of the stuff that I got on the 50% off day of the sale, which was the very next day after what you just saw. So, first up, we have a Christopher Robin plush from Winnie the Pooh. Then there was this giant Wolverine pillow. This thing's actually pretty cool. A way too realistic Fred Flintstone, Squidward, Timmy! The Blue Power Ranger from 1993. This one is actually really cool. It might be my favorite plush that we picked up. Banjo-Kazooie. This is an official Nintendo plush right here from the Nintendo 64, and it's actually got some pretty good value behind it. A really big red Power Ranger, Mew, a little tiny Mewtwo, 3 different Pikachus, and then the last ones that I have left here are ones I'm actually going to be keeping for myself, at least for a little while. We got some Real Monsters plush, we got Crumb and Ickis. These guys are just too cool. They were one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, so I'm going to keep them. Now, like I said, those were not the only plush that I ended up picking up. There have been a bunch that have already sold over the last week. I wanted to make sure I got them listed in time for Christmas so people could get them for gifts, and these are the 10-ish that have sold already. So we've got the Barney and Friends pillow, that one sold for $55. And Allegra plush sold for $20. Lunette from the Big Comfy couch, that one sold for $60. Okay, this one is wild. Who remembers Crazy Bones? It was like that little game, they were like little tiny plastic figures. I didn't know they had a plush line, but apparently they do. And the one that I found was called Eggy, and that one sold in under 2 days for $80. That's just wild. Then we had a little Jellycat Hedgehog sell for $18. The yellow Teletubby that sold for $20. Cartman from South Park sold for $30. Ooh, this is another good one. Baloo the Bear, the pilot from the show Tailspin back in the 90s. He had a plush, and that one ended up selling for $60. And the final one from this haul was Catbug, and it was actually the first plush to sell, and that one went for $25. So, as you can probably tell, those plush were 100% worth picking up. I ended up paying like, I think $350-ish for everything that you just saw, not just the plush, like everything throughout the video on that first day of the sale. But now we gotta talk about the second day. And let's go ahead and start here with this. I had my eye on this the first day of the sale, but it was just a little too high priced. This Disney World leather jacket right here, it's in great shape, and just look at the back of that. Those huge faces right there, how could you not want to grab that? It is a bigger size, it's like a 2XL, or it's a 3XL, so it's a bigger jacket, it's not my size. But when I looked up comps on this guy, it was going for between $300 and $400, so I definitely had to snag this. It was priced at $200 the first day. I got it for 50% off, I paid $100 for it. Next up are a couple more items I had my eye on the first day. These are a couple of Star Trek Franklin Mint figures. This one right here is the Klingon Cruiser, and this one is the Star Trek Phaser. Now, I did grab a few other little things here and there, some new unboxed stuff, you know, little things, but they aren't really that exciting, so I'm not going to show them to you. But I do want to show you the best purchase that I made at this entire sale. Like, I mean the entire sale. First day and second day combined. I'm going to pop a clip of them up right now. These are Mirage speakers, and as you can see by the price tag right there on the front, they had them priced at $385 a piece on the first day of the sale. And when I looked these up, it looks like they were going for over $500 per pair of speakers. So on the second day of the sale, they normally would have cost me $192. Getting over $500 for them would still be a pretty good profit. But when I was checking out, I noticed nobody had touched these yet. So I offered the lady at the estate sale $150 per pair. There were 3 pairs, so that'd be $450 altogether. And she happily took it. So when I sell 1 pair of these, it will pay for all 3 of them. The other 2 pairs at over $500 a piece are going to be pure profit. And even though those were like the find of the sale, I ended up getting a bunch of really good stuff at that sale. Even if I wouldn't have bought those speakers, this sale would have still been a major success. It's been a while since I've had a really good estate sale haul like this, like worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So I was pretty stoked by this one. I was super happy to go to it, and I'm glad I got there early for it. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, please go down low, smash that like button for me, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.